Hello and welcome back to Act For You. In this particular video, we are going to discuss a problem from arrays. The problem name is shop in a candy store, right? So basically, let us go through the problem statement. So I'll be just explaining you what is the problem actually. So basically, you are in a candy store, where in the store there are 4 different types of candies. So basically, if n value is 4, then n indicates the different type of candies. So there are 4 different kind of candies, and each candy has a specific cost associated with it. So this is candy 1, candy 2, candy 3, candy 4, right? You can see. Done. Now what happens? There is an attractive offer in the store. What is the offer? The offer says that you can purchase 1 candy, and whenever you purchase any 1 candy, you can get 2 for free. So I hope you got the offer. The offer is like buy 1 get 2 free. This is the offer in short. Okay, so basically here they say that buy 1 and get k free. K free mean get k candies for free. So whenever I buy 1 candy, I will get k candies for free. This is what it means. And there are total type of n type of candies in the store, and k is equal to 2, which means they want to say buy 1 get 2 free. So basically they have asked me what is the minimum amount of money I have to invest so that I can basically get all those candies in my bag. I want to get all those candies in my bag. What is the minimum amount I can invest? Suppose a person A goes into the shop and he purchases the candy 1. If he purchases the candy 3, how much amount he invested? He invested rupees 3. And he can get 2 free because k value is 2. So he can get 2 for free. Suppose he took this one and this one. So what chocolates he has? He has with him candy 1, candy 3, candy 4. He needs 1 more candy. Now, but as I said, if he buys 1, he will get 2 for free. And if you want candy 2, then again you have to purchase candy 2. So candy 2 I have to purchase for rupees 2. How much money did I invest to get all the candies? He invested basically rupees 5 to get all the candies. Fine. On the other hand, there was another person who visited the shop. He was little smart. What did he do? He basically invested rupees 1. He invested how many rupees? Invested rupees 1. So he purchased candy 3. He purchased candy 3 first. And when he purchased candy 3, along with it, he took candy 4 and candy 3 for free. Candy 1 for free. So he invested rupees 1. So he got candy 3. And along with it, he took candy 1 and candy 4 for free. This and this he took for free only. Then he wants 1 more candy because he needs C2 also. So now he purchased C2 by investing rupees 2 to get C2. What is the total amount he invested to get all the candies? 1 plus 2 is equal to 3 rupees. Can you see? So he invested rupees 3 to get all the candies, and this particular person, gentleman here, invested rupees 5 to get all the candies. So he obviously this is smarter, and this is actually the minimum amount you can invest to get all the candies. So how did he actually calculate? So if you pay attention, he picked up the smaller price candy first. He purchases only the smaller price candies, and whenever it comes to take free offers, he picks up those with maximum values. So for example, what did this gentleman do here? This gentleman basically picked up this candy 3 of smaller cost. He purchased this, and he was smart enough, so he took this candy and this candy for free. And then again finally he has to purchase this also 2. Totally he invested rupees 3 only. So if you want to purchase all the candies in minimum cost, what should you do? You should first of all pick up the candy with minimum value first, right? So you have to pick up the candy with minimum value first. You have to pay for it, and then just take the 2 maximum valued candies for free because k value is 2, and then again the next minimum value you have to purchase. Got the point? This is how we are going to calculate the minimum value I have to spend to buy all the candies. Another question they have said, what is the maximum value you have to invest to buy all the candies? So obviously the maximum value will be whenever I am taking the maximum valued candy. Obviously only a fool will do so. I will invest, suppose a person will be investing rupees 4 to buy this candy. So they are candy 1, suppose candy 2, candy 3, candy 4. So a person invests rupees 4 to buy candy 4, and then he is picking up this candy 1 and candy 2 for free. Now next time he will pick up candy 3, buy it. How much he invested? 7. So maximum amount you can invest to purchase all the candies is rupees 7, and minimum amount you can invest to purchase all the candies is rupees 3. This is what we have to return, minimum value and maximum value. I hope the problem is very clear. Now without further delay, let us jump into the solution. So what I have to do, first of all, the cost of the candies are stored in this array, the number of candies are given here, and the value of k, that is giving me the discount number of candies I can pick for free, that value is basically stored in k. So very first thing I will be doing is sorting them. Why? Because you can see I'm going to pick up the minimum cost candy first, right? I'm going to buy the minimum cost candy, and in return I'll be picking 2 maximum valued candies from the array. So basically I'll first of all say sort candies comma candies plus n. So this will basically sort my candy array. So basically let me just increase the size of the screen. Sorry, let me just write this example first. So if I consider the example has elements like 3, 2, 1 and 4. Now it's easy to explain. Let us jump quickly, increase the size of the screen. Great. So what I have now, you can clearly see 3, 2, 1, 4, right? So I have an array of candies, and the element they are stored are 3, 2, 1 and 4. The very first thing I am doing is sorting them. So once you sort them, what will you get after sorting? So basically after sorting you get 1, 2, 3 and 4, right? So this is what I have received, and if you just focus on their index values, this is index 0, 1, 2 and 3. Fine. So now I'm going to deal with the first problem. What is the minimum cost that I'm going to invest to buy all the candies? So what I'm going to do is I will move a pointer from I. Okay, I will keep a pointer j at the last node. Why? See here, let me declare I comma j, and j will be nothing but j equal to n minus 1. J will point to the last node n minus 1. Okay, what will I do now? For I equal to 0, I less than equal to I less than n, actually I plus plus. Okay, let me declare a variable mean cost equal to 0. What is the minimum cost I have to invest? So when you are at I equal to 0, what will you do? You will basically pick up an you will pick up an element, right? So I'll pick up which element? This candy. I'll purchase this candy, the minimum valued candy I will be purchasing. So what will you say? You will say mean cost plus is equal to candies of I. So basically what happens, mean cost becomes 1, right? So mean cost value becomes 1 right now. Done. And you know that whenever you purchase this one candy, you can take k number of candies for free. How many candies? K candies for free. And which k candies I am going to take? If I am smart enough, I'll buy a cheaper one and I will just take expensive ones for free. So basically k is equal to 2. So this and this candy should be picked up. For that, what I'm going to do, I am going to reduce my j pointer by k times. So j is equal to j minus k. What is going to happen? The j pointer now will move from this position to this position. Why? Because j is equal to 3 and 3 minus k, that is 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. So j pointer now comes to this position, no more in this position. It indicates you have already included this in your bag and you don't have to include these candies with you. Okay, and again next time I have to purchase this. So how long will I do this? So basically you have to put an if loop. As long as your I is less than equal to j, you will be doing this. Okay, if your I is less than equal to j, you will be doing this. Why? Next time you see my I plus plus, I will come here in the second element, and j is already in the second in this second index, 0, 1 index, right? I is also here. Next time j is also here. I equal to j. So basically this time again you can pick this candy. You have to buy this candy, right? So what will be the cost? Plus 2, which is equal to 3. Done. So the minimum cost is stored here. Now how will you find out the maximum cost? The same thing I am going to do. I have already sorted my array, so my elements will be 1, 2, 3 and 4. This time my I will start from here and it will move to the first element. That is why I am writing here for I is equal to 0, not 0, sorry, for I is equal to n minus 1, I greater than equal to 0, I minus minus. Okay, so my I will basically be traversing from the right to left, and I'll keep my j pointer. So I'm just declaring my j pointer now to point in the beginning. So j pointer will point in the beginning because j pointer is pointing here, I is pointing here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, max cost plus is equal to array of I. You are going to pick up you are going to buy the candy with maximum cost and going to pick the cheaper candy for free, a foolish approach, right? So basically I am buying this candy and I will be picking 2 minimum cost candies. So whenever you are picking 2 minimum cost candies basically for free, so what happens, j pointer will increase by k times. So j equal to j plus k, you have to write here, j is equal to j plus k. How long will this go? So this will basically go as long as j is less than equal to I, right? You can clearly see, because I is decreasing from right to left and j is moving from left to right. So as long as your j is less than equal to I, you will carry on. So what happens next time, j is pointing to this index, next time j will point to this index, no longer here, and I will next time point to this index, and they are equal. So again this is the last time, again you have to take it. So I will purchase this candy next time. So max cost will be, again initially I picked this candy 4, next time I am picking up this candy 7 rupees. All the point. So this is how I am going to calculate the max cost. So I have to declare a max cost variable here. Max cost is equal to 0. Done. That's it from this side. So what you have to do now is basically you already have calculated your min cost and max cost. Let us first of all declare a vector of int x and just push this output there, x dot push back. First of all we have to push the minimum cost, right? So x dot push back min cost, and similarly you have to push back the max cost. Alright, so the min cost and the max cost are already pushed, and obviously you have to return the output vector, return x. That's it. Let us compile the code and run it. Okay, this will be capital K, sorry for that. Okay, it's not array of I, it is actually candies of I, right? So candies of I. So see, the output has the problem has already successfully executed for this particular test case. You can see the output is 3,7, and let us check if it is successfully being executed for all the test cases, and definitely it should work. That's it. So I hope this problem was helpful. That's it from this side. In case of any doubt, please feel free to put it out in the comment section. Just like, share and subscribe. Thank you.